A daring gambit, Yves-François Blanchet, leader of the Bloc Québécois, has thrust Canadian politics into uncharted territory. He is holding Prime Minister Justin Trudeau hostage. His demands? Meet Quebec's demands for legislative change or face the consequences. This shocking turn of events has sent shockwaves through Ottawa and exposed the fragility of Canadian unity. Blanchet's audacious move comes at a time of heightened political tension. The Bloc Québécois, a party dedicated to Quebec's interests, has long been a thorn in the side of federal governments. This latest act of defiance, however, represents a significant escalation. The hostage situation, while metaphorical, carries real weight. Blanchet is leveraging his party's influence in Parliament to extract concessions from a minority Liberal government. He understands that Trudeau, dependent on opposition support to govern, is in a precarious position. This high-stakes game of political chicken has left Canadians on the edge of their seats. Will Trudeau acquiesce to the demands of a party dedicated to Quebec's separation from Canada? Or will he stand firm, risking a political crisis that could have far-reaching consequences? At the heart of this political standoff lies Bill C-21, legislation that has ignited fierce debate across Canada. For Quebec, it represents a direct assault on its language and culture. For the Bloc Québécois, it is a line in the sand. Bill C-21, as proposed by the federal government, seeks to amend Canada's language laws. Quebec argues that these amendments would erode the protections afforded to the French language within its borders. They see it as an infringement on their autonomy and a threat to their linguistic identity. The Bloc Québécois demands that Bill C-21 be amended to address Quebec's concerns. They want guarantees that the French language will be protected, both within Quebec and in federal institutions across Canada. They argue that without these guarantees, Quebec's unique linguistic character will be eroded. For Blanchet and the Bloc Québécois, this is not simply about language. It is about the survival of Quebec's distinct cultural identity within the Canadian Federation. It is about ensuring that Quebec's voice is heard and its values respected. The hostage crisis has thrust the complex dynamics between the Bloc Québécois, the Liberals, and the NDP into the spotlight. Each party is engaged in a delicate dance, calculating its next move with an eye on both principle and political survival. For the Liberals, the situation is fraught with risk. They need the support of at least one opposition party to pass legislation and avoid being toppled in a non-confidence vote. Alienating the Bloc Québécois could have disastrous consequences for Trudeau's government. The NDP, led by Jagmeet Singh, find themselves in the role of kingmaker. Their support is crucial for both the Liberals and the Bloc Québécois. The NDP must weigh the potential benefits of siding with each party against the potential costs. The NDP's traditional base leans towards supporting progressive causes like language rights. However, aligning too closely with the Bloc Québécois' separatist agenda could alienate voters in the rest of Canada. The NDP's decision will have a profound impact on the outcome of this crisis. To understand the gravity of the current crisis, one must delve into the historical context of the Bloc Québécois. Born out of the ashes of failed attempts to secure Quebec's independence, the Bloc has been a persistent voice for Quebec nationalism on the federal stage. The party's primary objective has always been the promotion and protection of Quebec's interests, even if it means advocating for separation from Canada. The Bloc views itself as the defender of Quebec's distinct culture, language, and values within a federation that it often perceives as hostile to its aspirations. Over the years, the Bloc has evolved its strategy. While outright separation remains a long-term goal for some, the party has become adept at using its influence in Parliament to extract concessions from federal governments. They have become masters of leveraging their position to advance Quebec's interests. The current hostage crisis is simply the latest manifestation of the Bloc's enduring quest for greater autonomy and recognition for Quebec. It is a reminder that the question of Quebec's place within Canada remains unresolved, a simmering tension that can erupt at any moment.